Hello there guys, this is Christy Lewis from Dostoevsky in Space. Today I wanted to talk about why I like to make videos. I'm excited to talk about this. So I really am a kind of person who, when I am learning something new, I get very excited to learn and I like to make a project out of it. I like to organize it because I find that it enriches the experience for me. I usually remember it better. It becomes more meaningful when I involve other people. And I just tend to put more thought and effort into it, which again helps me remember it and it becomes more memorable. It becomes more of like a permanent thing that I can look back on and appreciate the more effort and time and thought that I've put into it. So that's what I mean by making it a project. Like a lot of the reading vlogs that I have on this channel are like, I had an idea of something that sounded really fun and it inspired me to read certain books. Like when I read some of Emma the Bookish Princess's favorite books, I was really excited to read all of her favorite books. And so it really got me reading in different directions. It got me reading poetry, etc. I really like to have an interesting reading life. That's my second reason. Making content actually makes me more excited to read, and vice versa. When I read a book, sometimes I will not have been planning a video. I do plan things out ahead of times, but a lot of times, like this video, it's very spontaneous and I like to leave room for spontaneous videos because I just get excited, and the idea of making content made me more excited to read books. So it's like an echo chamber of excitement. And adding to having an interesting reading life, another point would be that I hear of a lot of books that I would never have heard of before from booktubers here online, or I try different books, than I would have normally. Like whether it's getting Japanese fiction recommendations from Una, or like I have a graphic novel right now waiting for me at the library that I would probably not have ever ordered or heard about, except that Krista mentioned it on a live. So that happens to me like all the time on Booktube, or people will just talk about how this book is like one of their new favorite books. Like I read Demian partially because Jennifer read it and loved it, and she read it because a mutual favorite K-pop artist read it. So it's just fun, the kind of strings of different books that you get from Booktube. And the interest, again, for a more interesting just life in general, Booktube does that for me as well, because I found Korean things, K-drama, K-pop from watching Booktube. I never would have heard of those things without Booktube, and I'm so grateful that they're in my life now because they really enrich my life. Next, I really like to make friends with similar interests. Where I live, there aren't as many people around me that really love to read the way I do, and so Booktube just opened up a whole new world, and I've honestly made some best friends here on YouTube. So that's one of those dream come true kinds of things. And another reason that I started this channel was really because doing what you love will sometimes lead to new opportunities that you never expected. Like, for example, I started making these videos because originally I was wanting to be a writer, and I thought, well, if I can get some thoughts out about books and maybe I can meet some writer friends, and then I kind of have like a platform so I can talk about my own work. That has long passed because I'm not really focusing on being a writer anymore. In fact, I actually ended up getting a new job at the library that I used to work for at the front desk. Now I do their YouTube videos because I learned how to edit for this channel. So new opportunities really do come your way if you just continue doing what you love. So that's another reason. You never know what kind of opportunities you'll come across. I even got writing published for the first time because I was here on Booktube and my friend Carla found me. And so I started writing for the HBU journal. Next, I really like to read books with a group, and I like to facilitate groups to allow other people to have that experience as well. I tried starting book clubs in real life before I joined Booktube, and I tried doing it on Facebook. Like I really tried hard to create a book group that I could do with my autoimmune disease and make it happen. But Booktube is really where it happened. Now I can just do a read along anytime I want. I can plan it way ahead of time if I want, or I can just do like ask people on Instagram and be like, you want to do a read along together? And the Literary Discourse Discord has been such a wonderful resource for me because we can all just gather there and chat about a classic book that we all want to read. Like, how cool is that? In real life, it's hard for me to find people who would be like, yeah, I want to read this dense classic with you. But here on Booktube, those kind of people are here. It's like pop-up book clubs all the time. And another reason why I made this channel and will continue to make videos on this channel is because I like to have a voice to share my thoughts about books. It makes the books feel more complete to me when I can share my thoughts about them with somebody else. And this video will just always be here for anybody who looks up a book name that I talked about. Like they could always just find this video. To me, that's very appealing. I used to use Goodreads and blogging, but I just didn't find the level of interaction there that I was looking for. I didn't enjoy reading reviews as much as I enjoy watching people talk about books and listening to them talk about books. So it's just like the perfect format for me. Even though I still write reviews a lot of times before I record my reviews, I just like being able to speak them out to you guys. So it's a voice in two senses. And actually, this is another reason that I didn't even think of before, but I have become better at talking. I've become a little less shy about putting myself out there and talking with people because I have this channel. I just have more confidence because I'm more used to talking and getting my ideas out there. So it's really done a lot for me, like socially as well. Next, I really like to make memories, like I said earlier, that include books and friends. And to be able to revisit those memories is just so precious to me. A lot of the videos on my channel, like I have these live streams and I have joint videos that I've done with people and like all kinds of just joint collaborative efforts here on my channel, and those are memories that I'm not going to forget. And even in just my sit down talking videos, a lot of times I'm also talking about other people. I just love looking back on my videos because I just enjoy kind of reflecting on what has happened in the past. Things that I found precious at the time become even more precious to me in the future. And finally, I really like to encourage and inspire people to read my favorite authors. There's just a couple authors that I feel like really deserve more attention, like Dorothy L. Sayers or Gene Wolfe. And now I'm in a read along for Gene Wolfe's books. So it's really just a wonderful thing for me personally to be able to gush about these authors and books that, again, I feel deserve more attention that they generally get or that I see them getting. And it's really fun to see making waves about these books. It's just, it makes me so happy. So those are the reasons why I really will continue to make videos in the future, even though it's sometimes a lot of work, you know. All of these reasons though are reasons why I won't probably get away from it. Like I just enjoy it too much. I really feel like I've found the right medium for me to have a social life and an academic life, because I'm not going back to school. This is like how I continually invest in myself and keep learning. And it's also a record of things that I've done in the past. Like I said, there's all these reasons why I really love it. So if you notice, none of these reasons really have much to do with money. I mean, I did end up getting a job by doing this, which is incredible and not something that I expected at all. So like I said, opportunities can come your way. You can make those opportunities happen sometimes just by creating content and showing what you've got. But there's just so many other reasons why I love Booktube as well. So I hope that this convinces some of you to maybe start your own channels. I hope that you'll let me know down below if you do, or Bookstagrams, or whatever your favorite way of communicating is. Definitely let me know, and I'm so glad that you're here. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you'll leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts about this topic. Okay, bye-bye.